Drazt flag is thrown. There's your first down and a lot more for Demaryius Thomas. Swing and a shot by Freeman. Deep into the night. Back-to-back homers for the Braves. Blake Griffin will turn. Shoot a free for the win. Bounce. They go. They got the big land. They
go. All right. Good evening. It's Friday night. You know what that means. It's time for the #1 sports podcast in the world. Time for Sports4U. Live on YouTube. I'm John. Mark will be here later on during the show. We are live on your TV screens, your mobile devices, your laptops, your desktops on YouTube and X. So make sure you hit the subscribe button. The Sports4U podcast on YouTube. Like us on Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok at Sports4U podcast. Of course, you can follow me at John Watson0984 on X and Instagram. Follow Mark on Instagram. Hi, I'm Mark. I'm Mark1 on X. And of course, follow Nick Freeze on Instagram, X, and TikTok at 99gorilla. We're starting a little early because it is All-Star Friday night here in the lovely city of Los Angeles. Inglewood has now become the hub for the NBA for the next few days. Pop-up shops, events. LA is the spot to be this weekend for All-Star Weekend as it goes down at the Intuit Dome in Inglewood, California, home of the Los Angeles Clippers. And they're kicking off the weekend with the Castro Rising Stars game. 4 teams consisting of your brightest first and second year players and G Leaguers. 1 team drafted by Carmelo Anthony, 1 team drafted by Austin Rivers, another one's drafted by Tracy McGrady, and the other one by Vince Carter. Right now, we got Team Melo versus Team Austin right now, and Team Austin is up right now 4-2. So there's simple 5-on-5. There's a 24-second shot clock, but the first team to 40 wins. So right now, Team Austin is up 4-2, and then after this game, we'll have Team Mac versus Team Vince. One of the notable misses from this weekend, unfortunately, is the #1 overall pick, Cooper Flagg. He was supposed to be a member of Team Melo, but suffered a foot sprain, and unfortunately, he had to sit this All-Star weekend, his first All-Star weekend out, and he was replaced by Ace Bailey. So if you want to look for the game, it's on Peacock. It's streaming on Peacock right now. Obviously, right now, and now Team Melo took the lead. They're up 7-4 as Donovan Cleveland from the Portland Trailblazers just hits a 3. Team Melo's the team in the light blue. Team Austin's the team in the white. What up, Dale? Y'all over there doing big things. And by the way, JoJo, and Dale. Trail, JoJo, and Dale are over on the YouTube, on the Sports4U Wrestling YouTube for a TNA No Surrender watch along going on right now. TNA Wrestling No Surrender going on in Nashville, Tennessee at the Pinnacle. So they're hosting a watch along right now. Stephon Castle, the reigning Rookie of the Year, just hit a bucket in. Team Melo is now up 12-4 right now over Team Austin. So the winner of this game will face the winner of the next game, which will be Team T-Mac versus Team Vince. The 2 cousins, Tracy McGrady and Vince Carter, the cousins, have squads going against each other. Cleveland's going to shoot another 3. Miss. So we got a lot to talk about. Obviously, we're still going to do our regular show tonight. We're going to talk what's going on in the NBA, tanking this All-Star weekend. A lot to get into. We're going to get into it tonight. Mark will be here in the next hour. So y'all hang tight with your boys. We try to kick off this All-Star weekend right here on YouTube and X. Team Melo up right now 12-9 on Team Austin. Stephon. Crossover hit, nice pass by Stephon Castle to Donovan Cleveland, and they're up now 14-9. Out of bounds. You see some lineup changes now. Obviously, we'll be talking about the new format with the All-Star game, Team USA versus the world. Kevin Durant's comments about the situation. What up, OTC? Over there holding it down at the No Surrender Watch Party. So make sure y'all go send them some love to Trail, JoJo, Dale. CCN is on a Friday, of course. Our ladies who announced the Dynasty doing the SmackDown Watch Party right now as well. So it's CCN all day, all night. Y'all know what it is. Right now, Team Mello is up 14-9 right now. And the first team to 40 wins.
Mello mentioned he's going to probably sit for the majority of this game.
Another brick. There's a three. What up, JoJo? So the whole watch along just popped up all in this segment. JoJo, Trail, and Dale all just popped up in this last segment as they're watching TNA No Surrender. Obviously, the main event, everyone's going to be all eyes on that main event tonight. Mike Santana teaming up with the TNA World Champion, teaming up with the TNA X Division Champion, Leon Slater, to take on Mr. Call Your Shot, Nick Mammoth, and the Feast or Fired World Championship briefcase holder, Eddie Edwards, to the system. And obviously, Daria Ray, the suit, saying that could Leon Slater pull an option C and relinquish his TNA X Division title for a shot at the world title. And y'all know if y'all saw, Leon Slater posted on his Twitter all of the option C's in TNA history. Good boy.
So, across every industry, Astral is trusted by the best. Number 4, whether they're a key link in the supply chain or protecting the skies.
All right, so we got look ahead to tonight. And all the rest. All right, let's go ahead and go. Commercial break. Team Mello is now up. 14-9. But let's go ahead and talk about some of these news and notes in the NBA. We're gonna definitely talk about that. We'll definitely get into it when Mark gets here. We still got some news and notes in the NFL to talk about. Did y'all see what's going on while these former Steelers just talking about each other? You saw Joey Porter was on Cam Hayward's podcast and he talking bad about him and talking about James Harrison for going at Mike Tomlin, and then obviously calling Ben Roethlisberger a horrible teammate. The heck is going on in the Steel City with the black and yellow? But we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that situation. Obviously, football season is over. The Seattle Seahawks once again get Super Bowl champs, and they're out celebrating. The parade was lit. I saw highlights of it. Obviously, everybody's talking about the T-shirts wore Ernest Jones and some of the other Seahawks wearing T-shirts with Sam Darnold giving the middle finger to the entire world. And obviously, there was a lot of drinking and a lot of swearing there. But not surprising when it's the middle of the day, you're celebrating, and everybody has had a drink or two. Been really drinking since Sunday night when they won the Super Bowl. So here we go. We're back to the game now. Team Mello up right now, 16-12. Obviously, and they're right now interviewing the coaches of the next game, of course, the cousins, T-Mac, Tracy McGrady, and half man, half amazing, Vince Sanity himself, Sergeant Vincent Lamar Carter. And of course, they're the honorary coaches like Melo and Austin Reeves. They're honorary coaches of their teams. These teams led by the squads. Led by the coaching staffs of the Detroit Pistons, the San Antonio Spurs. So this is interesting. The reason why they have these four, Melo, Austin Rivers, T-Mac, and Vince, they're all for, this is NBC has the All-Star game for the first time since 2002. So they keeping it in the family, having all, just like if this was on TNT, Shaq, Kenny, Chuck would have been somewhat involved, honorarily involved. So they're just doing that. And they drafted these teams and they're just sitting there letting the coaches coach. And they're mic'd up. So we are tied up now. It's tied up now. It is tied up now. Not anymore. Oh man, they're Jeremiah Fears with a three, giving them a 3-point. Oh, stolen back by Team Austin. Martin, and we're tied up again. Man, this is the first one to 40. First team to 40. As Nessa's entered the chat, I wish everyone a happy All-Star Friday. By the way, out there, be safe if you're out here in the city. Enjoy yourself. Drink responsibly. Shop responsibly, please. I know there's a lot of shops around here in the city. But you can't go everywhere, and don't try to.
Slow start, but they have found their rhythm, especially from
So we're here. So here we go. So it's going down right now. Team Austin is up 23-21. The heck is Austin Rivers wearing? What up, Bella? Although she was talking to the ladies, but still got greater, of course. As Team Austin is now up 3. Arbor. Oh, is that a jump ball? No, it's out of bounds. That's right. We got the Harpers. We got Dylan Harper, Ron Harper Jr. Man, you can't believe this. So Dylan Harper, Ron Harper Jr., of course, both playing the NBA. They're going to be teammates tomorrow with their dad in the Shooting Stars competition. Their dad, Ron Harper Sr., of course, 5-time NBA champion with the Bulls and the Lakers, former star with the Cleveland Cavs, and, of course, played for the Lakers. But obviously, I remember in his career being part of the second 3P with the Bulls, and, of course, winning the first two, being on that first two of the Kobe and Shaq 3P teams. As Ace Bailey, who was named the replacement for Cooper Flag, just comes in. Oh, step back, hits the 3. The 5th pick of the draft out of Rutgers, and 6'10" with the jump. Oh, backdoor slam dunk. These young boys are coming to play. These young boys are coming to play. Y'all better believe that. They are coming to play. Oh, swinging again. Oh, that's an air ball. Air ball. Air ball. Yeah, that was a stunner right there. Ooh, yeah. Tie up at 26. Remember, the first team to 40 gets the dub. And then we go on to the second game, which is T-Mac squad versus Vince's squad. Up. Alley-oop, slam dunk. Martin hitting Conan. I forgot how you pronounce the second part of his last name. Yannick Conan Niederhauser. Niederhauser. I don't know. Clearly, he's from Brazil, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, look at the big man out here. And ladies and gentlemen, you guys know that is not Yao Ming's son, Austin Yang. I think plays for the Brooklyn Nets. Look at the ups. Get above the rim, young fella. The finger rolls, shades of the Iceland, George Irvin. They young boys coming to play in the big city in bright lights. Y'all know what it is. Commercial break. Team Austin is up 30-26. I just finished watching the celebrity game. Giannis's team beat the Andersons team. How about Rome Flynn? I know him from How to Get Away with Murder and other TV shows and movies. Second straight year winning the celebrity game MVP. And Donald Faison tried to jack his trophy. So, but he got it back. So, shout out. Like I said, I told Nessa earlier, I was like, there was going to be more competitiveness in the celebrity game than I think I see on Sunday. And I'm stand by that. We're going to get into what Kevin Durant said about the game. Yeah. Whoa, Bella, relax. I know. I mean, you don't have to carry the knife this weekend because it's going to be because you never know what's going to happen there. Please, if you're in LA for All-Star Weekend, please be safe. Welcome to the city, but please be safe. There's going to be a lot of activity going on this weekend. Parties, shoe drops, podcast. Obviously, the games, the festivities. Of course, got the crossover going on at the convention center, meet and greets. Be careful, please. Be careful. That's all I recommend you as you're here this weekend in Los Angeles. Please be careful. Be safe. Please be safe. I beg of you, please be safe. Now, how's everybody's day going? We still got a lot to talk about, and obviously we'll probably do that between games. We got to talk about what Kevin Durant said about Luka and Jokic. We got to figure out a way to circumvent tanking. We also got to talk about the Hall of Fame for the Basketball Hall of Fame announced their finalists. We breaking news today about CP3, about Chris Paul. Like I said, I'm going to talk about this situation with the Steelers. Field Yates has his first mock draft out. And then what the heck is going on in college football? Trinidad Chamberlain gets his 6th year of eligibility. So we got a lot to talk about tonight. We started early. Now as we're getting ready for All-Star Weekend. So y'all make sure y'all tap in, subscribe, like. But yeah, we're gonna talk about a lot tonight as we're getting ready for All-Star Weekend. We're starting to make the transition to the NBA. So to the NBA season. So y'all hang out with us tonight. Hang out with your boy. Like I said, Mark will be here in a little bit. But y'all hang out with us as we watch these young boys put on a show. The future of the NBA is here. And hopefully we're gonna see more of that future tomorrow over this entire weekend with Wemby.
The top 4 winners received a combined $400,000 to fund their emergency pension. Congratulations to them.
Another basket for Ace Bailey. It's a 2-point game. Team Austin only needs 10 points to get this W. We're in crunch. Reggie Miller just said we're in crunch time. Up. Dig the big is Wang. Gets the little baby sky hook. Here we go. They're running. Oh, missed the lob. Fears recovers. Oh. There's Reed Shepard. Oh, step back with the 3. What? Team Melo down 1 now. He tried to get and he almost got the steal right there. So lost the handle. Martin loses the handle. Team Melo gets the ball back. Reed Shepard with another one. And now Team Melo's up 2. All right. Castle hits Reed Shepard, flying over the corner. Boom, knocked down the 3. This could be a Spurs showcase this weekend with Castle and Wemby. Could be dominating this entire weekend. Team Melo needs 6 points. Castle's going to the basket. Hey, draws a foul, so he goes to the line. The reigning rookie of the year out of UConn, that 2-time national champion. Again, if you're looking for this game, it is streaming on Peacock. Streaming on Peacock only. It is streaming on Peacock only. It is on Peacock. You can catch All-Star Saturday and the All-Star Game on NBC and Peacock. By the way, following the Rising Stars game will be the HBCU Classic. That's going down at the Forum. As two of the best HBCUs will be hooping on this All-Star weekend. And then tomorrow, All-Star Saturday, Sunday, the All-Star game, both start times, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. So early start times. I know you're used to seeing anything in prime time, but they're going to start it up early. So, oh, there you go. Team Melo still up 2. Oh. Yep. See, can Team Melo close this out? We need 4 more points. Fears. Bank. The bank was open. The bank is open. They got point game. Team Melo got point game right now. Oh, still. Off the hands of Wang. Oh, boy. Here we go. Next basket. If they make a basket right here, Melo's team wins. Castle with it. He said, shake. There's the shot. There's a shot. Miss. All right, Team Austin has a chance. Pulls up Air ball. That only seems right that sound happens. Here we go, point game. Dylan Harper bring the ball up. Oh, goes behind the back. Oh, cross up, shake. These go lefty game. Team Melo with the dub. As Melo shakes the hand of Dylan's father, the 5-time champion Ron Harper, the number 2 pick in the draft. The young Spurs, they're going to be the ones, as you see Ron Harper looking at his son like, man. 12-2 run capped off by Team Melo, and now they're in the finals of the Rising Stars tournament. So shout out to Rashard Lewis, one of the assistant coaches now in OKC. Or in Detroit, I should say. Oh, just went behind the back against his brother. That was being guarded by his older brother. Sibling rivalry. Ron Harper Jr., of course, just got scored on by his little brother. You gotta know that's gonna that's definitely gonna sting a little bit. Shout out to Todd Gurley in the house, sitting courtside. But they're rivals tonight. Tomorrow they gotta be teammates, but they're siblings forever. They're siblings forever. They're brothers forever. Shout out to the twins. That was beautiful. That's beautiful. Definitely beautiful. Congratulations to Team Melo. They're interviewing Reece Shepard, and you see the head coach, Mitch Johnson. Good game. Good game. Good game for Team Melo. Good game for Team Melo. As they now wait to see who they play next. Either it'll be Team Vince or Team T-Mac. These young boys came to play. And you cannot take it from them. These young boys came to play. As Dylan Harper gets the bucket on his younger brother. Let that sink in on his older brother. We go and get to a commercial, and then we'll have the next game, which is going to be Team Mac versus Team Vince. Vince Carter squad versus Team Mac squad. But I'm gonna say on that last play, Dylan Harper.
Yes, slip and slide records. Finna take it to the highs. Just get on up and get all of my people all across the world. This song goes out to all the boys and girls. You want the folks to come and turn your body out. You better take it to the house. Come on. We don't play, we take it to the house. MIA, take it to the house. This the way we take it to the house. Take it to the house, take it to the house. 305, take it to the house. Oh, we got that vibe. Take it to the house. Slip and slide, take it to the house. Take it to the house, take it to the house.
But congratulations to Team Melo getting the first dub in the Rising Stars tournament. So we'll get the T-Mac and Vince in the next game. So we got a lot to talk about today in the world of sports. So let's go ahead and talk about it. We'll revisit some of this stuff when Mark gets here. in a little while. Like I said, the breaking news of the day, and that was obviously CP3, Chris Paul retiring after he was waived today by the Toronto Raptors, and decided after 21 years he's going to hang it up, which was his initial plan anyway. Why he came back to the Clippers, he was going to just finish out his career with the team he felt he had the most success with, and then he was just going to retire. And I think he's going to be the first Clipper jersey that's going to be hung in the Raptors and Intuit Dome. Here's his statement. This is it. After 21 years, I'm stepping away from basketball. As I write this, it's hard to really know what to feel, but for once, most people would be surprised. I don't have the answer, LOL. But mostly, I'm filled with so much joy and gratitude. While this chapter of being an NBA player is done, the game of basketball will forever be ingrained in the DNA of my life. I've been in the NBA more than half my life, spanning 3 decades. It's crazy even saying that. Playing basketball for a living has been an unbelievable blessing that also comes with lots of responsibility. I embraced it all, the good and the bad. As a lifelong learner, leadership is hard and is not for the weak. Some will like you and many people won't. But the goal was always the goal, and my intentions were always sincere. Damn, I love competing. Yeah, that was CP3's. And that was from CP3. Obviously, from his retirement, and they're showing the shot outside the Intuit Dome. If you've not been in that arena, it is state of the art. I went there this past summer for WWE's Money in the Bank. That that face recognition stuff, it's crazy. I walked up and they knew who I was, and I didn't even know, and they had never met me before. It's insane, but it's a state of the art arena, great seating. Obviously, got that big old screen. Right now, Vince Carter is trying to mock Melo, saying he's going to get the W tonight and face him in the finals, but we'll see who's going to be the winner, who's going to win this game. But yeah, what up, Cody? Thank you for all your contributions this year and what's going to happen furthermore in the future. So, yeah, make sure y'all following Ballers and Briefs. Sports4U, we got something real special coming up in the near future. And Cody will be back throughout the off season to talk some more football, and even just if you just got a take he want to pop in on, he already knows he's going to reach out to me so he can let people know how he feels about certain things as well. But so we're looking at Team Vince's roster. He has Jalen Wells from the Grizzlies, Igor Demine from the Nets, Carter Bryant, who's going to be in the dunk contest tomorrow from the Spurs, Matas Bazilis from the Bulls, Keyshawn George of the Wizards, Derek Queen of the Pelicans, and I think was it Matt McClung, the 3-time dunk champion, is also on this squad as well. Didn't see that last night. That's his squad. That's his squad, of course. All the honorary coaches are mic'd up, and they're going to be led by. I know this guy, Corliss Williamson, the Big Nasty, former national champion at Arkansas, former 6th man of the year in the NBA. Then you got T-Max roster with Con Knipple, Kanell Ware, Bub Carrington, Zachary Ricochet, Trey Johnson, Jalen Tyson, and Cam Spencer. Led by my guy, former 2-time Laker champion, former Laker head coach Luke Walton is of course he's an assistant coach with the Pistons, so he's going to be coaching this squad. I see Lil Rel in there. Take off that ugly Clippers shit, Lil Rel. But that's big. It is wild. That was his nickname in college. Played at Arkansas for Nolan Richardson. He was on the national championship team led by Nolan Richardson back in the 30, 40 minutes of hell squads. So here we go. So T-Mac, it's a lot of trash talk going on with the Cousins. South, is that Jay Williamson? Of course, I can't tell. But like I said, we've seen some celebrity entities. So like I said, I saw Todd Gurley earlier. Just right now, just saw Lil Rel. Saw Lisa Leslie at the celebrity game earlier. Obviously, you're gonna see more stars tomorrow and Sunday. Vince is serious. He took the jacket off. He's obviously, you gotta imagine these dudes have been talking trash most of their lives. Obviously, as growing up together and of course being teammates in the NBA. Wow, just like that. Team Vince gets the first bucket easily off an easy open lane, open field, open court dunk. Here we go. Cam Spencer from the Grizzlies with the three. Let's see it. Oh, trying to go for the alley-oop, a little way off target. Let's see. Oh, another three. So it seems like T-Mac squad is coming out here just from the running gun. Is Con Knipple, obviously one of the best three-point shooters and probably one of the candidates for Rookie of the Year from that other school in North Carolina. He's going to be in the three-point contest tomorrow afternoon, so he's definitely going to be an odds-on favorite to win that. As Betances from the Bulls makes a three. 5-3 right now. Averaging 15 points for the Bulls. Johnson goes to the basket. Up. So it was off his hand. So good defense. Oh, backdoor, and Knipple gets the wide open layup. 5 up. It's 5 up right now. And another three. And a three. For Team T-Mac. Went back door. The guy cut off. Oh, did he get away with a travel? Derek Queen from the Pelicans. Like he got away with a travel there, but I guess not. Everybody focuses on Con Knipple when it comes to threes, but he's very crafty. He can get to the basket now. Oh, missed the dunk. Good pass by Spencer, but he couldn't finish the dunk. Three-pointer missed by Team Vince. Nice shot by Johnson Jr. Yeah, beat that school in North Carolina. Yes, he's with the Spurs. He's with the Spurs staff now. That's what Corliss Williams is with the Spurs staff. He was a six-man a year with the Pistons, but he beat Duke. So I give him. Hey, what up? Oh, that's cool. That's a goaltend. Wow. Team Mac and squad is coming to play. They're up 12-7. Throw it up there and throw it down, big man. Throw it down. Now already making some serious lineup changes. Zachary Ricochet, the #1 pick from over a year ago now in the game. Queen, missed it. Oh, pulling up from 30. Oh! Ooh! Pulled up from the parking lot. Johnson just pulled up like, yeah, I got this. Ooh, pulled up from 30. That might have been from 35. T-Mac squad up 15-7. Let's talk about some more NBA news. We need to figure out what we're doing, how we're gonna fix tanking. We gotta fix tanking. Please. We gotta fix how we gonna get rid of tanking. The NBA yesterday fined the Utah Jazz and the Indiana Pacers. So I'm gonna read the statement for you. This is from the NBA front office. The NBA announced that they fined 2 teams related to management of their players in recent games. The Utah Jazz organization has been fined $500,000 for conduct detrimental to the league related to the team's games against the Orlando Magic February 7th and the Miami Heat February 9th. During those games, the Jazz removed 2 of their team's top players, Lauri Markkanen and Jaren Jackson Jr., before the beginning of the fourth quarter, and did not return them to the game, even though the players were otherwise able to continue to play and the outcomes of the games were therefore thereafter in doubt. In addition, the Indiana Pacers have been fined $100,000 for violating the player participation policy in connection with the team's games against the Utah Jazz February 3rd. Following the investigation, including a review by an independent physician, the NBA determined that Pascal Siakam, a star player under the policy, and 2 other Pacer starters, neither of whom participated in the game, could have played under the medical standard in the policy, including by playing reduced minutes. Alternately, the team could have held the players out of other games in a way that would have better promoted compliance with the policy. Overt behavior, this statement from Adam Silver. Overt behavior like this prioritizes draft position over winning, undermines the foundation of NBA competition, and we will respond accordingly to any further actions that compromise the integrity of our games. This said by NBA Commissioner Adam Silver. Additionally, we are working with our competition committee and board of governors to implement further measures to root out this type of conduct. We gotta get rid of tanking. Look, you can't tell players to go out there and just lose and intentionally think they're gonna be cool with it. No, it stinks. It really stinks that these teams be out here trying to up there and lose. Out here just losing on purpose because of draft position. We gotta figure out a way to get rid of. We gotta figure out a way to get rid of tanking ASAP. I'm dead ass serious. As you see, T-Mac and Vince are mic'd up, and a lot of trash talk. Like I said, between the 2 cousins, but T-Mac squad up 15-7. Remember, the first team to 40 wins. The winners face Team Mello in the finals. As VJets come from the Philadelphia 76ers. Scores that bucket right now. Oh, another lob failed, but it's a foul on the play. Here we go. T-Max into the basket. Con Knipple again. I cannot wait. If they get to the finals, we get Con Knipple versus Stephon Castle. I still don't root for the kid because he went to the other school in North Carolina. It's Tar Heels all day. I ain't gonna never stop. Can't stop, won't stop. It's UNC. Y'all know what it is. I ain't gonna never stop repping UNC all day. F Duke. Oh. Oh, 3. There we go. I'm over for Jamal Murray. The question is, yeah, we don't see who wins the 3-point contest tomorrow. I think a lot of people is rooting for Dame. We'll talk about those. We got those people. We'll refresh our memories. Who's in the skills competitions? Who's in the dunk contest and everything tomorrow? Remember, there's no skills competitions. They brought back the shooting stars. So, but Tansel, he was going to go airborne, but gets fouled. (1914) Team T-Mac is still up right now. Like I said, following this game, we got the HBCU Classic presented by AT&T. That's also on Peacock, NBA TV, and ESPN2. Then again, tomorrow, All-Star Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 Pacific on NBC and streaming on Peacock. And then, of course, the NBA All-Star Game Sunday, 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific, streaming on NBC and it's live on NBC and streaming on Peacock. Right now, again, Team T-Mac is up. Is T-Mac a Raptor, Magic Rocket, or to me, he'll always be a Magic. I mean, the Raptors were first, but when I think of the best years of Tracy McGrady, I think Cody, he's a Magic. He grew up in Florida. He idolized Penny Hardaway. He wore the number. That's the reason why he wore the number 1. So, and he ended up playing for his favorite team growing up, playing for a team his hero played for. So when I think of Tracy McGrady, obviously he's in the Hall of Fame already, but his career, I always remember him as a Orlando Magic. Although you could remember him as a Toronto Raptor, but he was very young. But the T-Mac, who we thought was the best player, who some people thought was the best player in the league and better than Kobe, that dude lived in Orlando, and he had a couple of good years in Houston. But obviously the injuries caught up with T-Mac later on in his career. So, but to me, when he was at his peak, he was that dude. 21-17 as the squad is up against Vince's squad. There's a 3, short. Carter Bryant, who's in the dunk contest tomorrow for the Spurs. Let's see if he can bring some of that boosties tomorrow. Johnson misses the 3. It was dope. I'm never gonna forget that game when the ending of that game, infamous game, Cody, when he was with Houston. Oh, Betances misses the three. Can Reggie shoot? Oh no, Reggie's not gonna shoot from the broadcast booth. As you see Heat owner Mickey Harrison sitting behind him. Shout out to Jamal Crawford on the broadcast. Noah Eagle, of course, in the building. (24-19). Here's Queen for three. Miss. Rebound. Tim T-Mac. Spencer with it. And Ricochet misses the number one pick from last year's draft. Oh, miss right there. Seems like they're getting cold right now. Who's going to hit? Ricochet misses the layup. Good. Oh, the three. And Team Vince is back in the game. They're down 2. Timeout. And clearly T-Mac is not happy camper right now. As we go, the Battle of the Cousins from Daytona, Florida. But we got to find a way to fix tanking. How do you fix tanking? Rachel Nichols, we got some couple ideas. I want to play one from the great Rachel Nichols. Her and Chris Mannix, they do a podcast together for Sports Illustrated. And they have an idea on how you can fix tanking. Let's hear out these two talking heads of basketball.
We are now in the throes of what is going to be the worst tanking stretch in NBA history.
The problem is that bad teams don't have enough avenues to get better, and therefore are depending on tanking. That's the actual problem. Because if you're just trying to fix we're watching bad basketball, there's only so much you can legislate. I would shorten the window of kind of everything, right? Shorten the window of contracts. How many years you can do a contract? Shorten the window of how far out you can trade a pick. If you shortened all of those windows, then there's no act of a rogue GM or bad front office that can damage you for as long as currently these teams are like, oh man, they don't have any hope until 2032, like that kind of thing.
I like the idea though of not letting a team draft in, let's say the top 4 2 years in a row. Sure. Start there and go from there. Take away pick protections. No top 4 2 years in a row. They'll still be teams trying to work their way around it. But again, like the pick protections, the NBA just loves this February. They just love it.
But then you can't have it both. You can't have it both ways.
Yeah.
You got to pick, right? Because one is actually detrimental to the other.
That's one idea. Get rid of these pick protections and possibly you don't get a top 3 pick 2 straight years. Now I want to play another idea. It's from Bomani Jones and Tom Haberstroh. And theirs is a little bit more renegade than
if 10 teams are trying to lose and there's 30 games left. You do the math on how many games left in the season are going to be compromised because the teams aren't trying to win every game. So I mean, if you want to go radical, we don't have to do that. I think we might have talked about this getting rid of the draft altogether. The only way you're going to set all about it. It's the only way. We can all talk all day. We can talk to blue in the face about what if we get rid of pick protection? What if we lock in the lottery odds on March 1st? None of that's going to change things. None of that. The only thing that's actually fundamentally change the way teams operate and not try to lose is if you take the draft all together and now you got to sign these guys out of college.
I did something game theory about the NFL draft. First of all, it's amazing how wedded the average fan is to the idea of draft. So, for example, remember I'm not trying to get into a political argument with nobody here. You remember when people was talking about defund the police and they talk about stuff like abolishing the prisons. I admit to you, I feel where you're coming from, but I don't have a good enough imagination to figure out what we gonna do here. I'm willing. You can sell me on it because I think you're coming from a good place, but I can't imagine what you're trying to get me right now. I'm just not that good at it. People cannot imagine a world without a draft when it's so simple, right? It's not. There are ways that you come up with things like I say, if you want to try to make it about competitive redistribution, then give people the salary allotments, and then like the worst team gets more or whatever it is, and then go for it. We could call it National Signing Day, and everybody announces where they're going, and we figure it out. Like it's a sellable proposition. Soccer seems to do just fine. In these
the product is right there. Like, are people really out on college football and college basketball because there's no draft? No, they don't care. Right, they love it. The fact that there's no draft. So the idea that in sports we need a draft is so antithetical to what we already know about what are the biggest sports in the world. College football is not out here saying, "Hey man, this sport is great. I really wish there was a draft where NC State could get the number one prospect recruit out of high school." We're not worried about that. Wake Forest. I'm not even out here being like, "Great, Wake Forest is part of this ACC. We should have a shot at Cam Boozer and Caleb Wilson." I understand the dynamics, and I'm okay with it. The NBA, NFL, it's different. But like you said, soccer's doing pretty well around the world, I would say.
Get rid of the draft. Get rid of the draft. Wow. Get rid of the draft. I don't know about that. What would y'all do to fix tanking right now? As we get, can't wait to talk about this when Mark gets here. Right now, the game's getting a little closer between the cousins. T-Mac is up 28-27. See Donovan Mitchell in the house, looking at his young rookie. And shout out to Donovan Mitchell, of course, was at the Super Bowl supporting his lovely fiance, the great Coco Jones, whose son Lift Every Voice. And I think, like Reggie just said, it's great seeing the superstars coming out supporting the young boys. They need to know that it says like, oh, slam dunk. Buzelis with the dunk. And now we have a tie game, 29-29, ladies and gentlemen. Target score is 40. Oh, no help. What up, Sam? Wills miss rebound and one. Keyshawn George with the rebound and the putback, and Team Vince is up by 2 right now with a 3-point play. Look at George on this play, set up the line for Buzelis. He was yes, right. Buzelis was last in the dunk contest last year, but Keyshawn George right there. So again, if y'all get a chance to see a lot of these young guys because they're on crappy teams, this is a good chance to get to know them. They got the rebound back, missed the free throw. Can they? George with the rebound. Oh, it's gonna stay with Team Vince. Yeah, no, nobody's perfect. He went to Duke. But, you know, I won't hold it against him. The kid got game, but he went to the wrong school in North Carolina. Yeah, I said that earlier, Fat. T-Mac to me is always going to be Orlando. Jalen Tyson, of course, with the Cleveland Cavaliers. He's mic'd up. Vince's squad up 31-29 right now. The winner of this game faces Team Melo in the finals in the next game. So no rest for the weary. (31-29) Team Vince is up. Remember, on the 40 wins. Right, you pretty much right down the street from all this action, man. Three-pointer for VJ Edgecombe. 5-point lead for Team Vince. They need only 6 points to win. Oh, they need 3. Kneppel for 3. Half fake goes on the block. George swings it around. Edgecombe for 3. 37. They just needed 3. Vince Carter squad. Team Vince only needs a win. 10-0 run by Team Vince just now. Tyson misses. A 3 can win it. A 3 can win it. Are they gonna pull up for Edgecombe? Yeoman for the win. In and out. Here comes Tyson. Ali, oh, where were you throwing the ball, sir? Oh, Bazelis for 3. Miss. Currently, Team Vince wants to end this game. Oh, bank shot for 3 from Johnson. Oh, boy. We got ourselves a ball game here, ladies and gentlemen. Like they going for them, or they go to the basket. There you go, Edgecombe. Now they point game. Oh, almost stole the inbound. Now they got point game. So now you got a 3. Now you don't need a 3. You're just the next bucket wins. And T-Mac has this look of worry and kind of disgust on his face. There we go, Tyson. Oh, nice move from Jalen Tyson. All right, then now Team T-Mac has a D up because next basket wins for Vince. Bazelis, step back. He shoots a 3. Miss. We'll be right back. I think we got to go to the door. I'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen.
Back him up, GP. Back him up, Steve. Ready to fire on him.
He's already gone.
Steve banging Inglewood right now. Inglewood, get him, Steve. You in Inglewood, Steve? The Arizona Wildcat that came out and look at him.
Sometimes you gotta pop out and show. Certified boogeyman, I'm the one that up to score with him. Walking down whole time, I know he got some him, pull on him, extort, bully the floor on him. Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. You better not ever go to cell block 1. To any that
Run it with that set. Him and Smith. Deuce, pocket rocket. Him and Smith. I just touched down on them.
I can't fool no one else. The truth is in the tears I cry. 'Cause if it isn't love, why do I feel this way? Why does she stay on my mind? And if it isn't love, why does it feel so bad? Make me feel so sad inside. If it isn't love.
Here we go. And we're back. Mark's now in the building.
You heard?
Team Vince beat Team T-Max. So now the finals of the Rising Stars game is going to be Team Melo versus Team Vince. And that's going to happen momentarily. Vince beat his older cousin, beat little cousin. T-Mac looked a little disgusted. Yeah. So now it's going to be Melo squad led by Stephon Castle against Vince squad led by VJ Edgecombe.
Oh, yeah, VJ, what?
You know his last name, dude. Don't make me. All right.
Beat it. Ain't that what Sexy Red was rapping on?
What the hell was that?
A lawsuit. I hope Michael Jackson family sue her for that.
That was totally disrespectful. All right, Mark.
Yes, sir.
We got a lot to talk about. It's All-Star Weekend here. Obviously, starting with the Rising Stars game, seeing the young guys, some of the top rookies and second-year guys in this game, G Leaguers as well, and look how sad T-Mac looks right now. Vince Carter is Team Vince versus Team Melo in the finals. Get into a couple of things. Let's start with the big story of the day that broke. I mean, I guess it's not a big story because we all knew it was coming, but it happened today, and that was Chris Paul announcing his retirement from the NBA. After today, he was released by the Toronto Raptors. Show you his statement that he posted on IG. Read again. Said, "This is it. 21 years. I'm stepping away from basketball." And somehow most people would be surprised, but he have an answer. He's filled with gratitude. Obviously, he's been in this league half of his life, so spanning 3 decades, and obviously he appreciated everything that the league brought him, and he's going to be missed. I suggested earlier today on Twitter that if I was Adam Silver, I'll have CP3 pull up to the All-Star game Sunday and let him get a curtain call. Get one last curtain call. Since this is it. This is what he really was coming there with the Clippers just to retire anyway. He wasn't coming there trying to be the number one, trying to still relive his glory days. But when I think of Chris Paul, obviously leader, not for everybody. Not everyone. No, he was not for everybody. People didn't like him. What up, John? People didn't like him. Everyone liked him. He was tough. He was a great player. And I always think about the what if. What if David Stern did not veto that trade? He would have been a Laker. I'll never forget #basketball reasons. Yeah, Sam, he was one of the best PGs ever. What do you think about Chris Paul? What you think, Mark?
Yeah, man. Like you said, leader. One of the last true point guards that we had in this league. One of the greats, one of the greatest, like they said, one of the greatest point guards to play, man. He whether you liked him or didn't like him, man, you have to respect what he did, man. And he was a hell of a player, man. Hell of a player.
Yeah, and I hate that how it went down. They could have easily handled that situation with him and the Clippers a totally different way, but that's Clippers for you. That's just a whole nother conversation. But we gotta have a serious conversation, bro. We gotta fix tanking, man. We gotta find a way to eliminate tanking from the NBA. So if you didn't see the news yesterday, the Indiana Pacers and the Utah Jazz were both fined. Let me start with Utah. Fined $500,000 after they pulled out Lauri Markkanen and Jaren Jackson Jr. before the fourth quarter, didn't return them, and they seemed like they was healthy enough to play. The Pacers were fined $100,000 in the game where they didn't play Pascal Siakam and a couple other starters who were definitely healthy enough to play. Obviously, this is all because they're basically. Yeah, I remember when he socked Julius Hodge in the nuts too. Pause. But
you said when he sucked him in the nuts?
Socked.
Oh,
he hit him with with that uppercut. He punched him in the.
Oh, he got him in the gooch.
Yeah. No, he got him in the.
Oh,
no, he got him in the Johnson. On their pause. Relax.
Stay positive.
No, you all right, man? I know it's All-Star Weekend, but you wilding too?
Me?
I know they out here wilding. I know they out here in the city right now. Is this how they doing doing intermission during the All-Star? Wait a minute. So this is what we're doing intermission. We got dogs dunking basketballs. But that's talented though. Shout out to him. I hope that dog doesn't poop on the.
Well, that's why they got the.
Yeah, so that's why they got the carpet out. But yeah, these are the losers. Austin Rivers, Tracy McGrady, both of your squads lost.
To fix tanking,
yes.
This is about to sound crazy. Maybe they shouldn't give the worst record possibly a chance to get the number one pick.
That's the thing. Most of these teams who don't have the worst record, they're doing this because of these draft protections. So the Jazz have a pick they got from the Thunder through the Jaren Jackson trade or whatever. That's top 8 protected. Obviously we know the Pacers aren't trying to play well because obviously they're still with no Tyrese Halliburton. There's no reason for them. They have nothing competitive to play for this year. But you got Washington who done shut down Anthony Davis for a year for the rest of the season. We're probably not going to see Trae Young in a Wizards uniform this season. Jaren Jackson Jr. just had knee surgery because they found a growth in his knee, which is scary, but hopefully all is well.
Like he getting taller?
No, they might almost like near a tumor.
Oh, okay.
So
tanking needs to end,
but not just in the NBA, also in the NFL as well. And in fact, get rid of the lottery. It's funny you say that, Sam, because there were some people. I played this earlier, but I'll play it now. I'll play it again for y'all who had an idea about how to fix the NBA, and that was one Rachel Nichols and Chris Mannix, who had the idea of let's get rid of the lottery as a way to alleviate tanking.
We are now in the throes of what is going to be the worst tanking stretch in NBA history.
The problem is that bad teams don't have enough avenues to get better, and therefore are depending on tanking. That's the actual problem. Because if you're just trying to fix we're watching bad basketball, there's only so much you can legislate. I would shorten the window of kind of everything, right? Shorten the window of contracts, how many years you can do a contract. Shorten the window of how far out you can trade a pick. If you shortened all of those windows, then there's no act of a rogue GM or bad front office that can damage you for as long as currently these teams are like, oh man, they don't have any hope until 2032, like that kind of thing.
I like the idea though of not letting a team draft in, let's say, the top 4 2 years in a row.
Sure.
Start there. And go from there. Take away pick protections. No top four 2 years in a row. There'll still be teams trying to work their way around it. But again, like the pick protections, the NBA just loves this February. They just love it.
But then you can't have it both. You can't have it both ways.
Yeah.
You got to pick, right? Because one is actually detrimental to the other.
So that's one idea from Rachel Nichols and Chris Maddox. Get rid of lottery, get rid of pick protections, and you don't pick in the top 4 2 straight years. The lottery, because that's the lottery. The lottery is the top 4 picks. You don't pick in the top 4 2 straight years.
It's tough because what if you really have a bad team?
Right.
Now they're getting jeopardized. Like, I'm not talking about like San Antonio tanking. I'm not talking about like what these teams is doing tanking. I'm not talking about that. I'm really talking about like somebody who is just a bad team.
Try.
Yeah. And it's gonna take more than 1 year to get them back on track.
And then there's Bomani Jones and Tom Haberstroh, who had another idea. Haberstroh had another idea on how to fix the NBA draft or NBA tanking.
If 10 teams are trying to lose and there's 30 games left, you do the math on how many games left in the season are going to be compromised because the teams aren't trying to win every game. So, I mean, if you want to go radical, we don't have to. I think we might have talked about this, getting rid of the draft altogether. The only way you're going to set all about it. It's the only way. We can all day. We can talk to blue in the face about what if we get rid of pick protection? What if we lock in the lottery odds on March 1st? None of that's going to change things. None of that. The only thing that's actually fundamentally change the way teams operate and not try to lose is if you take the draft together and now you got to sign these guys out of college.
I did some game theory about doing an NFL draft. First of all, it's amazing how wet the average fan is to the idea of draft. So, for example, remember I'm not trying to get into a argument with nobody here. You remember when people talk about defund the police and they talk about stuff like abolishing prisons. I admit to you, I feel where you're coming from, but I don't have good enough imagination to figure out what we gonna do here. Right? Like I know I'm willing. You can sell me on it because I coming from a good place, but I can't imagine what you're trying to get me to right now. I'm just not that good at it. People cannot imagine a world without a draft when it's so simple, right? Like it's not. There are ways that you come up with things like I say, if you want to try to make it about competitive redistribution, then give people the salary allotment, and then like the worst team gets more, whatever it is, and then go for it. We could call it National Signing Day, and everybody announces where they're going, and we figure it out. Like it's a sellable proposition. Soccer seems to do just fine. In these
the product is right there. Like are people really out on college football and college basketball because there's no draft? No, they don't care.
Right,
they love it. The fact that there's no draft. So the idea that in pro sports we need a draft is so antithetical to what we already know about what are the biggest sports in the world. College football is not out here saying, "Hey man, this sport is great. I really wish there was a draft where NC State could get the number one prospect recruit out of high school." We're not worried about that. Wake Forest. I'm not even out here being like, "Wake Forest is part of this ACC. We should have a shot at Cam Boozer and Caleb Wilson." I understand the dynamics, and I'm okay with it. The NBA, NFL, it's different. But like you said, Soccer's doing pretty well around the world, I would say.
I'm not sure if I agree with that.
I'm not for getting rid of the draft.
Yeah, you letting them sign out of this. Really, people have been complaining that NBA is like AAU basketball already.
I'm not smart.
People complain it's like AAU already. If you just let them sign to a team right out of college, though, it's really gonna be AAU. Because now you're gonna have the top 7 players that, for instance, go sign with the Lakers. Like or go sign with like OKC or go like it. That just don't make no sense. I'm not sure how not having the draft works. They need to stop putting these restrictions on the draft picks. It does need to be protected. I agree with that. I don't like the protections on the picks neither. If you trade your pick, you trade your pick, and no matter what happens with that with your team, I think you should. This is what you traded for, so I'm with that. Yeah, Sam said they should take the restrictions off the draft picks. That's what I was saying. I agree too. But yeah, I was saying, John, man, like it's a possibility that if you do that signing thing right out of college, like these players can get together and be like, all right, the top 7 picks and go sign with the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Or
yeah. No, exactly what you're saying.
Yeah, so to me, unless you mandatory in that all the teams get one pick, and you allowing the players to pick there, maybe that's understandable. But just saying that you can just sign with any team out of college, that'd be kind of crazy.
Yeah. So I personally think either get rid of the lottery. If you're gonna have it, every team gets the same amount of odds. There shouldn't be no incentive to lose. So if you're gonna get like Michael Thompson, this is a Michael Thompson theory. I've heard it multiple times where the teams in the lottery, they all get the same amount of odds. Because right now the team who has the worst record gets the highest odds.
They get the most balls, right?
Right. So everyone gets the same amount of ping pong balls, and that will alleviate tanking. That will alleviate teams, and like I said, get rid of these protections on these picks. Yeah. I've been saying go to the NFL model of basically worst team, worst record, because because look, even in the NFL, just because you have the worst record doesn't guarantee you're gonna find a franchise quarterback. And even if you find him, there's a guarantee that dude's gonna be good.
And yeah, that's true.
So I've been like more so just give it the worst. Just go like so. If we're gonna do a lot like this, the lottery needs to be obviously it's the top 4 picks, and everything else is by record. But you give everyone the same amount of odds of winning the lottery, as opposed to giving one team the most amount of ping pong balls, because you always end up with a situation like with the Spurs. Each year they won the lottery, like last year with Dallas, or with New Orleans, or I can give you, or these teams, or Cleveland, or obviously, or teams who that they had no shot of getting the number 1, who didn't think get the number 1 pick. All these years with Philadelphia. I mean, come on now. Where's the process gotten the Sixers?
The new process now.
And they still ain't won a championship, and they still ain't been out of semifinals. By the way, the finals of the Rising Stars has begun, and Team Melo is now tied the game at 10 against Team Vince. Shout out to Tyrese Maxey's in the building. De'Aaron Fox is now in the building. Shout out to Corliss Williamson coaching Team Vince. We got Donovan Mitchell in the house. Let's get to another story. Since we are talking basketball, then obviously let's go ahead and get into we was real critical of the NBA Hall of Fame, of the NFL Pro Football Hall of Fame the other day. We have now the finalists for the Basketball Hall of Fame were just announced the other day. But here they are in alphabetical order. Referee Joey Crawford, Gonzaga head coach Mark Few, Blake Griffin, Kevin Johnson, Coach Gary McKnight, Coach Dick Mata, Coach Doc Rivers, college coach Kelvin Sampson, Amari Stoudemire, Coach Jerry Welsh, and Buck Williams, who are some of the players, were the North American Committee finalists. The women's committee, the 96 USA women's team with Lisa Leslie and Rebecca Lobo and Cheryl Swoops that led it. The Rising Stars game is on Peacock. It's streaming on Peacock. Relax. It's streaming on Peacock. We have Jennifer Ozzie, Elena Deladon, Shamika Holdsquall, Candace Parker. The Women's Veteran Committee had Molly Bowling-Kanzer. International Committee, we had Dusan Ovajkovic, who's a coach over in in Europe. Yeah, contributors. We had Ty Brody, Mike D'Antoni, and then the Veterans Committee finalist was Marcus Johnson. All right,
Marcus Johnson, just because white man can't jump.
Pretty much. That's Raymond. Y'all know. Y'all ain't seen White Man Can't Jump. Y'all remember the original White Man Can't Jump? That Mark Raymond, the guy who's going to fight wrestlers, who's going to take out his blade and cut. Sam said we'll never pay for a subscription network. Good for you, Sam. But the All-Star game and everything All-Star Saturday night will be on NBC, so you're good. Obviously, he was the guy that pulled out the gun in the liquor store. He was going to take his blade and try to cut Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson. Yeah, Crenshaw legend, Marcus Johnson. He's up for the Basketball Hall of Fame. Played in the NBA with the Bucks and everybody. I played with the Bucks, so hopefully maybe he finally gets in. I can see D'Antoni getting in as a contributor. I don't know this Dusan Ikovic, and I don't know Monley Bones and Cancer, so I'm not going to speak on them, but I'm going to speak on what we know, and that's the North American and the women committees. And I don't see nobody on this list. I mean, you want to argue Jennifer Hossie, okay. But I don't see nobody in that women's committee who ain't a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, they are Hall of Famers.
You're definitely putting in that 96 Olympic team because without them, there is no WNBA.
Dog, Elena Della Don is already in.
Yes.
Damn.
She's been out 4 years already.
Crazy.
Elena Della Don's definitely a Hall of Famer. Shamika Whole Squad. Y'all need to go do y'all homework.
Oh, yeah, man, no, they don't. Just keep sleeping on Shamika. Man.
Y'all need to go do y'all homework. Don't let all the off the court stuff she went through jade your opinion. Go find some Shamika Whole Squad highlights of her in Tennessee and her with the Washington Mystics.
Ooh, she was a hooper.
Y'all just don't know.
She was a hooper, buddy.
Y'all see Paige, y'all see Caitlin Clark, y'all see girls like that, women like that in W. She crawled so they can walk.
Mm-hmm. Well, it went from her to Maya Moore,
yes,
then everybody else.
Yeah. But before
she
there was
a hooper. Oh my gosh,
that's a good comp. Before there was Maya Moore, who people put in the GO conversation, there was Shamika Whole Squad. Yikes. Sam saying that 96 U.S. women's team was equivalent to the dream. They were. They were the dream team of the women. Because that team had Lisa Leslie, Cheryl Swoops, Rebecca Lobo, Dawn Staley, Teresa Edwards, Nikki McCray. Yo, relax. They were. You forget where that Olympics was, huh?
I know exactly where it was at.
Exactly. What's wrong with you? That whole squad was full of Hall of Famers. And then, like I said, so yeah, and Candace Parker speaks for itself.
Yeah. Candace Parker.
I mean, come on now.
Candace Parker.
You're talking about she's arguably in the conversation one of the greatest of all time. As you see, Steve Ballmer and Commissioner Adam Silver right presenting.
Is the Clippers logo a cock?
It's a ship, but they're
not the ship. My bad, not the logo. The mascot.
It's a condor.
It's a cock. Okay.
Pause. It's Chuck the Condor.
Chuck the cock is crazy.
Or Chuck the Duck. That's what we call him, as they call him Mason Island.
The Clipper mascot is a cock. That is crazy. All right, go ahead.
And let's talk about the
men. Well, you know how I feel about Doc Rivers.
He's going to get in. I hate to break everybody's hearts. Yeah. Doc Rivers will get in the Hall of Fame as a Hall of Fame.
Why?
Because they beat the Lakers. I'll say it. That 08 team, that 08 team has been on the biggest victory lap I've ever seen in life. Hell, the Seahawks have won 2 Super Bowls since they didn't won there since that one championship in 08. But they still talking. Good God, I wish Paul Pierce and KG would shut up sometime. He's definitely going to be in, unfortunately. So just deal with it.
Amari, I think Amari should get in.
Yeah, I put Amari in.
Blake Griffin go get in.
Yes.
Kevin Johnson.
Okay, man. Wait.
Why is he not in yet? Is it a different Kevin Johnson?
Not that I know of. If I'm not mistaken,
that's not KJ, right? That's not KJ.
That is KJ. Kevin Johnson, Phoenix Suns.
All right.
Former mayor of Sacramento, California.
Yeah, he should be in.
KJ is a Hall of Famer, owner of Fixins in downtown LA.
He should be in. Joey Crawford should get in.
Yes, he's getting there.
Kelvin Sampson, Gary McKnight, Mark Few. Oh, because it's basketball. That's why.
Basketball.
It's basketball. I'm tripping. Okay,
yeah, he's getting.
Then Kelvin Sampson go get in too.
What about Dick Motta? Pause.
Eventually he'll get in.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm gonna tell you right now, Doc Rivers is getting in the Hall of Fame. But if I'm looking at this list, put Blake Griffin, KJ, Amari Stoudemire on as far as the players. Coaches is subjective, man. Coaches is subjective. I did. Coaches is subjective, but yeah, put Blake Griffin in there, get Amari Stoudemire in there, and no offense to Buck Williams, but he wasn't a Hall of Fame to me. Obviously, I remember him from the Blazer teams. Obviously, he'll bring up his time with the Nets in the 80s, but I remember him with
he was a hooper with the Nets.
Yeah, but I think
Blazers was his calling card.
Right. So, and then obviously
Sam, that's what I'm saying. I thought KJ would have been in by now. Kevin Johnson was a problem.
Kevin Johnson is not in the Hall of Fame right now.
He crossed that nigga out the playoff. I mean, out the All-Star game.
Reed Shepard. Oh boy. Team Vince is up 21-20 right now. So congratulations to all those finalists, and they'll be announced at the Final Four who will be going into the Hall of Fame. There's another story we got to talk about as we're watching this game. College football, we got to figure something out. Trinidad Chambliss, let's call it Timothy. Shout out to my boy Tim RP. Trinidad Chambliss, quarterback at Ole Miss. He applied for eligibility for a 6-year medical red shirt. It was denied by the NCAA. He went and got an injunction at a court in Mississippi who granted it. And now he is going to get his 6th year of eligibility to play for the Mississippi Rebels on next college football season. And I get it. And here's the problem. Here's the question. Okay, when Blake Griffin, the Flippers have to retire at 32, he'll be their first player franchise history to have it. Him and Chris Paul are both gonna be the first. It's gonna be him and Chris Paul. I don't know who's going first, Sam, but it's clearly gonna be him and Chris Paul who'll be the first two to get their jerseys retired. I don't know if you saw a Prime Video last night because obviously all the stars were out. Fat Joe was in the studio. I don't know. He was probably capping on something, but they did a dunk contest. Basically, highlights of Blake Griffin and DeAndre Jordan. Let me ask you this: what was the worst? What was the sicker dunk? Blake Griffin on Kendrick Perkins, or DeAndre Jordan on Brandon Knight?
The DeAndre Jordan, no disrespect, that DeAndre Jordan dunk was crazy. The alley, because he called it alley-oop.
All right,
but
I'm gonna find the clip.
But that Blake Griffin on Kendrick Perkins,
I'm gonna find the clip because
they caught bodies though,
because they basically did like a dunk contest, basically judging their 3 best dunks, and ended up being in a tie. I'm gonna find it from last night's Prime Video, but the last 2 dunks were Blake on Kendrick Perkins, and then DeAndre Jordan on Brandon Knight. Oh boy, that Brandon Knight. That one was.
He caught a body with that one.
Yeah, that was definitely the white. They definitely had the white tape out there.
Oh,
I found the footage. Yes, I will be playing this. Sure, let me send it to the. I'm just gonna have this. We're gonna play this now. We're gonna play this now. Yeah, we're gonna have to watch this. We're gonna get to this Trinidad Chambliss story in a second.
That's a game. Oh no! They called a foul.
Oh, remember the finals game is 1st to 25. It's Scotty Barnes. What the heck is he wearing?
He's Tupac.
Team Mello. Oh man, Edge come. Yo, that's still a crazy name.
His name is Edgecombe.
My bad.
Why you keep calling him Edgecombe?
All right. So here it is. I want to play this. This is from last night on Prime Video. It was DeAndre Jordan was in studio with the crew, and they basically went over him and Blake Griffin's top 3 dunks, judged by Fat Joe, Aldous Hodge, and Isaiah Mustafa from Cross.
Blake.
Yes.
You're up first.
All right. I'm going to start off with a little, just a little back.
Hurt my heart.
Trash as I step down. Sorry about that, man. Don't take it personally. I was jacked up.
Bad.
9-8-8.
What year was that?
This was maybe like 2 years ago.
We've got it.
That was impressive. Okay. Oh boy. All right. This one's just called. Yeah. That's I had team Vince. I'm sorry. I didn't do that to your team, but yeah. I was there. You were there.
You remember this?
Against Joe's Knicks. I didn't stop. We wanted to throw this out the glass, but I said, you know what? I made Magic to get a break like this again. So windmill.
And that's a real windmill. That.
BG was like, that's coming to me.
Yeah.
1099.
Kendrick Perkins.
Me and Perkins. And for those of you who say I always throw it in, finger touched the rim on this dunk. It did. So this is technically a dunk. Good.
Hands all around.
But this next one,
we know what this is.
DJ.
He wouldn't look at me.
What made you so mad? That's my young boy be nice.
You want to die. Bonus,
good.
All right, here when you win, you get a mini trophy. You guys are gonna have to.
Shout out to Taylor Rooks. Oh my God. Yeah. Brandon Knight was never the same again, man. Yeah, what happened to that boy, man?
Now I do have a question.
Yeah.
Which one was worse, that one or LeBron
on Jason Terry?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can name a LeBron dunk that was worse than that one.
When he jumped over
no. LeBron on Damon Jones.
Oh, he didn't have to do his boy like that.
Damon Jones. I remember LeBron when he jumped over John Lucas. LeBron when he basically caught the body. When Damon Jones, dude, that was worse than both of them. That was just flat out disrespectful.
That Jason Terry was crazy, but I'm gonna go with DJ with DJ with Brandon Knight
over dunking over Kendrick Perkins, huh?
Yeah, that was nasty, man.
It was sick, man. That was sick. But shout out to Vince Carter. His squad wins in the Rising Stars game. We're about to find out who's the MVP. Following this game will be the HBCU Classic going down at the Forum. Winning on a free throw. That stinks. Sean Kemp.
I don't like that.
Yeah, come on. They got to at least play by 2, win by 2. That stinks. Sean Kemp's dunks legendary, especially Alton Lister and Alonzo Moore. Alton Lister him dunking on Alton Lister was flat out a felony. Because you tell Melo did not like the way they lost. Losing on a free throw, that stinks.
I don't like losing on the free throw.
That stinks.
I don't like losing. Hey, man.
And they got
let me change that. Let me change that rule right now. Hey, when it's like that, 23-24, and come down to the last possession,
yes,
no free throws. You gotta take out on top.
Exactly.
You gotta take out on top.
They need to fix that. I guarantee you Melo's gonna be very instrumental in making sure that rule gets changed. Yeah. That's weak.
Sean Kemp dunks are legendary.
Yeah. Alton Lister. Chris Gatling.
Chris Gatling is the one for Sean Kemp.
Yeah.
because he pointed at him after that. No,
that Alton Lister was the point. Chris Datling was one he just he dapped him up. Was like, yeah, you got me.
No.
Like Alton Lister was worse.
Yeah, Alton Lister was the one. That's the one with Jordan when he pointed at that was the one.
That was they called it the blister lister. He basically came up. Pause. They call it the blister lister. Pause.
Fam.
He basically comes up. He does the reverse cradle, and catches the body, and he points at Austin Lister on the ground. I was like, oh, that was insane.
Alonzo Mourning being dunked on by his frat bro, Vince Carter.
Oh yeah, that was
Jason Kidd was on that team. I remember that.
Yeah, Vince Carter in New Jersey was a problem. Well, obviously, any dunk with Vince Carter was a problem. But he got Mutombo.
He got the Olympics.
Yeah, he basically ended Frederick Weiss's career before it started.
Well, you can just stop everything with the Olympic one. Duke was 7-2.
Yeah, 7-2, and he jumped over him. You don't make this up. You cannot jump over a human being, and he cleared him. We were talking about Aaron Gordon in the dunk contest trying to jumping over Taco Fall. Vince Carter cleared this dude face to face.
Hey, if somebody in dunk contest was creative, they'll use that cock as a yeah, they use that cock as a
use Chuck the duck.
Sure, if that's what you want. If you name that cock, that's crazy. You're not supposed to name other people's cocks. Sure,
that's what they called him. They called him Chuck the Duck. They call him he's a condor. A condor. I don't know what he's condoring, but he's a condor. All right. Yeah, but let's get back to this story. Trinidad Chambliss is granted his 6th year of eligibility. What are we doing here, man? So let me also say this before you go, Mark. The NCAA can still appeal this. And if they appeal this screws him because he can't
go to the draft.
Exactly. The combine is in 2 weeks.
Which might be he'll lose. I don't think he was gonna be I don't know if he'd be a first round pick.
He was probably gonna be in look, they got we're gonna get to I got Phil Gates' mock draft, and he already got some BS on that draft already. But he would be probably at best day 2 pick.
Maybe.
So, yeah.
He might be better off. He might be better off doing that because then you can go to a team that's probably best for you. Like I said, I mean, because I don't know if he'll come. And I like the kid. I think he played well last year. If he goes somewhere like, say, Baltimore, you can learn behind Lamar. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can sit there for a couple of years and then go on about your way. We see now that backup quarterbacks is now in a couple of years is now taking over to be starters, and you know what I'm saying, and those are the prize now.
Yeah. So we'll see where this goes, but Trinidad Chambliss as of right now will be back at Ole Miss next year, playing for new coach Pete Golding and the Ole Miss Rebels.
But I don't like that, man. I mean, I know he was injured one year and they got the COVID year, but man, some of these players 6 years, like Carson Beck, 8 years. Fam, what are we doing here?
I think this is going to be the end of it. Because obviously people can't use the pandemic. We're 6 years removed from the pandemic now. I think eventually this is going to have to come to an end. And I get a lot of this has to do with NIL money. These dudes realize that go get an extra year. I get an extra piece of some extra money and probably more than I was going to make if I entered the NFL draft, being at the back end, being a day 2 or day 3 pick. So it's a lot of financial incentives involved in there. So we know what it is. But speaking of the draft, Phil Yates, by the way, ESPN has started and if they had their NFL draft podcast, they've now started NFL Draft Daily on ESPN too. So every day, I think around noon Pacific time, 3 Eastern, they're gonna have a show basically previewing the draft all the way up to draft day. And don't forget, Sports4U NFL Draft Watch Along Night 1. It's gonna be on CCN Townhouse Media Production. It's gonna be on. Special guests. We're going to have some, the ladies will be in the building. The squad going to be in the building. But here we go. Phil Yates has his new mock draft for post Super Bowl. So let's look at who he has going. Well, where'd it go? Oh, that's a YouTube clip. No, they need that. But Phil Yates has his my draft of who he has going. And obviously, number one pick, clearly he has
Fernando Mendoza.
Fernando Mendoza going one. But the interesting one I want to talk about is his pick is where he has another quarterback going. He has Ty Simpson.
Excuse me?
Ty Simpson, quarterback for Bama.
From Alabama.
He has him going in the first round. So here's the draft. So here we go. Let me get some NFL Films music up here. All right. So, of course, he has Fernando Mendoza going number 1 to the Raiders. He has Arvell Reese from Ohio State going number 2 to the Jets. Francis Muigoa, the offensive tackle from Miami, going number 3 to Arizona. The Titans taking Texas Tech edge rusher David Bailey. The Giants taking Ohio State safety Caleb Downs. The Browns, with their first pick, the first of 2 first-round picks, taking offensive tackle Spencer Fano from Utah. The Commanders taking Ohio State wide receiver Carnell Tate at 7. At number 8, he has the Saints taking Arizona State wide receiver Jordan Tyson. He has the Kansas City Chiefs at number 9. Wow, who would have thought we'd be saying that? Taking Notre Dame running back Jeremiah Love. And rounding out the top 10, he has the Cincinnati Bengals taking Miami edge rusher Ruben Bain Jr. Some notable picks. Obviously, the Falcons don't have a first-round pick. That goes to the Rams at 13. He has them taking my guy, Jermon McCoy, cornerback from Tennessee. Obviously, the Ravens aren't in the playoffs this year. He has them taking USC wide receiver Mekhi Lemon. And then this is where we get the crazy part. At 21, he has the Pittsburgh Steelers taking Alabama QB Ty Simpson. There's no way in hell anybody has Ty Simpson going in the first round. And if he sneaks into the first round, this reminds me so much of what happened with Kenny Pickett. Makes 0 sense. I don't know about all that. With the other pick the Browns got from the Jaguars in the Travis Hunter deal, he has them taking Washington wide receiver Denzel Boston. Markey has your Bills taking Clemson defensive tackle Peter Woods. And then he has my Broncos at number 30. I love this pick. Taking Oregon tight end Kenyon Sadiq. And has the AFC champion Steelers taking Utah offensive lineman Caleb Lumu. And the Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks taking Texas Tech guard Chase Bizantis. But let's talk about it. What the hell we talking about with Ty? Again, let's go back to this pick again. What the heck are we talking about with Ty Simpson? Ty Simpson going in the first round. Well, Trell,
what up with it?
Ty Simpson.
That's one of them reaches, man. That's one of them ones where he showed signs and flashes early for Alabama, but later on, he kind of got humbled. I can't see Pittsburgh take. I don't see a reason why they would reach that far when they can just go sign Malik Willis, or they can go get, go find somebody else that can be a bridge quarterback until maybe next year.
I don't understand it. Look, and it sounds like they're interested in bringing back Aaron Rodgers, clearly, because they signed Mike McCarthy. So it wouldn't shock me if that was the case, that Mike McCarthy is back with the Pittsburgh back. I mean, if Aaron Rodgers is back with the Steelers now that they have Mike McCarthy as their head coach. But this whole situation of taking Ty Simpson with the second pick, with a first round pick, obviously because this is not a quarterback loaded draft as of next year will be. This is just this is egregious.
Yeah, you don't need to do that. I'm pretty sure it's a receiver that you can go sign. I mean, you can draft. There's a somebody on defense that you probably need help on defense somewhere. Offensive line, running back. There's a bunch of places you can go. You don't have to reach for. And you never know. If you don't draft him there, if you really like Ty Simpson, he might be there in the second round when you come around.
I guarantee he'll be around in the second round if you come around. I pause. As the HBC Classic is finna start. And shout out to Chloe Bailey singing Lift Every Voice and the national anthem live at the Forum. All right, yeah, yeah, I understand that, but I'm just a fan. So we're getting ready for the All-Star Weekend. But there's two things we want to talk about. That's going on the All-Star Weekend. Let's start first with but let's stick with it. Let's stick with a little bit of this NFL stuff. What the hell is going on in Pittsburgh?
What happened?
So Joey Porter was on Cam Hayward's podcast. And I'm gonna play you what he's saying. It seemed like there's a lot of drama with the Steelers.
Was under his watch. Your Debo name when I played with James.
So this is what him talking about.
Since he's retired. Give me an example. Who y'all talking about? Bashing about Mike since he's retired. Give me an example. Who y'all talking about? Y'all talking about James?
I mean, James has been vocal, as has Ben. Both have been vocal.
They tell the version of the story in Pittsburgh that they want to tell. And I told him, I said, how can you say he's not a great coach when everything that happened good to you in football was under his watch? Your Debo name when I played with you was James Harris. Under Mike, 3 or 4 Pro Bowls, Defense Player of the Year, played 2 championships, paid you over 50-something million. You think the head coach can have his hand in making that player? Why would you take a shot at the guy who changed your life? Coward didn't change your life. Coward cut you 3 times. I didn't agree with none of it because I just feel like you took a shot at Mike. And you know, in this space, Mike ain't going to defend himself in this space. Well, he broke the brotherhood. Then 7 definitely broke the brotherhood because, like, the shit that 7 do that we don't talk about is crazy. Out of anybody should talk, he should never grab a microphone and really talk Steelers business. Because if we talk Steelers business, his ass is foul of all foul. Like the shit that he did is foul of all foul. He's not a good teammate. Won a Super Bowl.
That's one. So that was Joey Porter. And that wasn't the only thing he was talking about. He ethered Ben Roethlisberger in that same interview. I want to play that. This was Joey Porter on the podcast on Cam Hayward's podcast, talking about his former quarterback Ben Roethlisberger.
We don't talk about. He broke the brotherhood. Then 7 definitely broke the brotherhood because like
That's the one I don't understand.
Shit that 7 do that we don't talk about.
I know.
It's crazy. Like anybody should talk. He should never grab a microphone and really talk business. Because if we talk Steelers business, his ass is foul of all foul. Like the shit that he did is foul of all foul. He's not a good teammate. Won a Super Bowl with him, but person, he's just not a good teammate. Like he knows that. Anybody in the Steelers building knows that. But we protected him because I've only won one Super Bowl. And that was my quarterback. So do I love my quarterback? Yeah, but it's personal. No, he broke the brotherhood. Then 7 definitely broke the brotherhood because like
That's the one I don't understand.
What the hell is going on in Pittsburgh?
I kind of agree with Joey Porter a little bit, man. You should be disrespecting Mike Tomlin. Mm-hmm. And if you got something negative to say, you had all these years to say both. I'm talking about Ben Roethlisberger and James Harrison. Mm-hmm. Dog, the time when he retired or the time he steps away, it's a time to celebrate what he's done for the organization, what he's done for the franchise, what he's done for the individual players, like Joey Porter was just saying, instead of putting them down. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This weekend, this past week, I've been finding out like people say the wrong things at the wrong time, even if they right or wrong, but they say the wrong things at the wrong time, and I'm not a fan of that.
Oh, I'm glad you went there because 2 other people I want to talk about. Well, it's got 3 people because one wasn't calling out names, but
and one is a entertainer.
Okay, well, these 2 are players. Kevin Durant, James Harden. Flip a coin.
James Harden.
James Harden. Post game last night, talking about loyalty.
Okay, I'm done.
Talking about loyalty in the NBA, and I'll let y'all be the judge of it.
They about to play the whole game right now?
Yeah, this game just started.
That's dope.
Yeah.
And the whole quote unquote loyalty thing is, I think it's overrated. You know, I think this is a business at the end of the day. It's a lot of money involved and a lot of decisions that has to be made. You know what I mean? So, you know, like if a player isn't producing, or if you don't see him future, or you know, front office, some of them have to do like a job and want to keep their job. You know, so they gotta feel like they got to do what's best for to keep their job, and they trade players. Or if a guy isn't happy and he wants to be traded to somewhere else, then it's a problem. It's just so many different dynamics that go into it. This is a business at the end of the day. So like, you know, not even just NBA, but like people that have normal jobs have those same problems. It's just not magnified. You know what I mean? So for me, it's always about like I don't lose focus of trying to compete for a championship, and then financially, making sure that my family is taken care of. You know what I mean? Because I'm very smart and I'm sacrificed a lot. You know what I mean? Financially, like which I don't get talked about, but I'm fulfilled and I'm happy. You know. But like winning the championship, or at least having a chance to, and then financially paid for you know me being available and playing at the highest level for so long. So to answer your question, this is at the end of the day. So I feel like players should ultimately do what's best for them, and front office does what's best for them and their owner and their organization. So there's two sides of the story, and the whole.
Can I go?
Go ahead.
In theory, I get what he's saying.
I do too.
Wrong messenger.
Mm-hmm. I clearly said to agree.
Wrong messenger, and I do believe some of the extra things he threw in there was unnecessary. About what he's taking credit for taking all that's unnecessary, fam. What point? I mean, what you can't make your point and then make it all about you. He's right though. It is a business, and that's what players have to understand. This is a business, and we've seen players get traded in different sports. In baseball, we've seen a nigga in the on deck circle get traded.
Yep.
We've seen players get traded and they had no idea what was about to happen. So, what I'm saying, this sucks for them. And yeah, I understand what he's saying. I just think the messenger is wrong.
I thought it was, look, I understand everything he's saying about loyalty and all that. But let me be clear with James Harden. You done forced your way out of a bunch of situations, bro. You forced your way out of Houston. You forced your way out of Brooklyn. You forced your way out of Philly. You forced your way out of the Clippers.
And you gave OKC an ultimatum.
And you basically gave OKC.
When you could have took a pay cut and kept that team together.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
Yeah, but it's interesting. I would rather have him being retired and speak about that. I don't want to hear him fresh off of forcing myself out of the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, it's hard because he's correct in what he's saying though. Like I said, man, we've seen franchises trade a player just like he said, if you're not producing, if you don't see him fitting your future, or if you can use this person as an asset to get a better person who fits your future.
Shout out to Terrence J in the house.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I understand. Look, businesses are businesses, but owners gonna be owners, players gonna be players. But you can't. But don't bring up loyalty, dude. Yeah, bring up loyalty. You had a choice, and we saw how you handle your business, and that's all I'm gonna say about that. All right. Kevin Durant. So we're in LA. We're getting ready for All-Star Weekend. And Kevin Durant is saying, because he was asked about players playing hard in the All-Star game. And then he did one thing I never thought Kevin Durant would do, and that was deflect to other people.
You didn't think Kevin Durant would do that?
I'm being sarcastic. let me play out what Kevin Durant said.
Go back and look at what they do at the All-Star game. Is that competition? So we haven't questioned what they've been doing, but we're gonna question the old heads and Americans. But these two dudes out there, Luka and Jokic, they don't care about the game. They should be laying on the floor, they shooting from half court. You got hard. I can read between the lines. Like a lot of times, I'm just saying that I can read between the lines. And it's not just about you. It's just an overall topic. Everybody's talking about. You just have to ask that question.
What are we talking about? So let me get this straight. They asked you about the effort in the All-Star game, and you basically said, well, Luka and Jokic don't respect the game either. Here's the problem, Kevin Durant. They weren't asking about America versus the world. They was asking about the NBA in general. Because y'all, it's not just the international players who done on the game. Everybody done on the All-Star game. You want to say they was going at the old hits? Nobody was poking at you or LeBron or Steph Curry. But if you want to go there, saying that Luka be laying down on the court, Jokic be laying down on the court, wasn't it Steph Curry who laid down in the middle of the game so somebody can dunk over him?
I forgot about that.
Hello?
I really forgot about that.
So I don't know what was your end game in trying to make this about blacks versus international, blacks versus international.
There you go.
That was completely unnecessary. Because they basically saying, are you going to show up? Because Wemby's been out here saying he's going at you. He's going at LeBron. He's going at the players. Whoever guards him, he's going to go at him. But you didn't say nothing about that. Why you calling Giannis? SGA, Wemby, Jamal Murray. Are they disrespectful for the game? Do they not care about the game either? You went with the two guys who are the best, we were saying are the best players in the league. Who fault is it that Luka's leading the league in scoring? Who fault is it that Jokic is leading the league in rebounds and assists?
Again, Kevin Durant not wrong, because if we look at the past couple of All-Star games, I'm just talking about Luka and Jokic. I don't even remember if they was on the same team or not, but it looked like they was having a 3-point contest from their own free throw line.
Yeah.
I think that's what Kevin Durant was talking about. But I'm not a fan of them asking you a direct question, you bringing somebody in, and you deflect it to something else.
I thought that was weak.
I've never been a fan of that. I hate when people do it on any level. In every level, I hate it. That question could have been answered in a whole different way. And, fam, I don't understand why we're still. I don't understand why.
Go ahead.
Why the All-Star game is still a thing. Like, I'm be honest with you, nobody really wants to play. I think that they should just give the players the All-Star nod if they made it, and let some of the up and coming players play. Man,
one word, MONEY.
Cool, but I get it.
The owners are not. Look, it's in our city this weekend. Inglewood and Payson must have been shut down for the next 3 days.
Yeah.
Downtown LA is going to be shut down. Melo's doing. You got people doing podcasts here. Melo's doing 7 p.m. in Brooklyn downtown tomorrow. You got the Jordan Brand pop up going over by Inglewood High School. The Foot Locker pop up over.
Go there.
The Foot Locker pop up in LA Live. You got Sneakers app having all these maps of all the Nike stores throughout the city. They don't want to lose that money. But me personally, look, we're gonna see what it is on Sunday. It's gonna be gimmicky again.
It is.
It's gonna be gimmicky again.
It is.
12. We're playing 4 12-minute games. It's gonna be gimmicky again, just like it was last year.
This is my thing, and I agree with you 100% with the money.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to money or integrity, if that's what you want to call it, fam, they always go pick the money. So when you have a business that's steady putting money over everything else, fans, people shouldn't be surprised at the outcome, or what comes with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's all it is, man. Like, yeah, they're making money. This is a bazillion-dollar industry right now.
$77 billion TV deal for 11 years,
fam. But what comes along with that is, and this is just regular basketball too. You can't do so. You can't foul hard no more. You can't. Nobody who's just a casual basketball fan wants to see that. They're expanding their game, trying to make the casual basketball fans into real basketball fans. And what does that? Scoring. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so the scoring being 200 in the All-Star game seems absurd to us because that's not how we grew up on it. But it also goes hand in hand with the. I don't think it's one player that did it. I think that's just the route that the NBA is taking.
And another thing, I say this. I'll say this to the All-Star game. Like, the All-Star game has always been. Look, even in the 90s, everyone's gonna bring up the 90s. They were not competitive All-Star games in the 90s too. Let's not get it twisted. I saw the highlights the other day, the 97 game when Glenn Rice just went nuclear and won All-Star game MVP. There was a lot of All-Star games where Jordan played where them things weren't competitive. And obviously we can bring up Magic's return in Orlando, blah, blah, blah. Obviously Jordan's last All-Star game in DC. Obviously, it was in Atlanta, but obviously, as a part of, in DC. But yeah, I don't want to see no gimmicks. Look, just go East and West. If you're gonna go USA versus the world, I have an easy solution. You do it like you do. You still can have the same voting format. You put all the international players in one pool, put all the American-born players in another, and if players like Karl Anthony Towns, who's Dominican, want to be in the international pool. You got Norman Powell, who's now been moved to the international team because he's of Jamaican descent. You got Donovan Mitchell said he was willing to play on the world team because he has Panamanian roots. Put them all in one pool. You draft the 12. The 12 best players are selected, and you just go out there for 48 minutes and ball. Otherwise, just go back to East and West.
Please go back to East and West.
It's a no-brainer, especially when we're about to get expansion in the NBA in the next few years.
Please go back to East and West and bring back them sweet ass uniforms where everybody will.
Dude,
please.
Dog, I saw the other day. The 95. Remember Jordan had the 95 joint?
Yeah.
96, 95, 96 joint San Antonio with the light blue and they had the orange strip and oh my God, dude. Oh, the Phoenix with
the cactus, huh?
Yeah.
What year was that?
That was 95.
I got the Jason Kidd jersey.
Oh my God. The 94, the joints they used to wear from 93, 94, the white joints with the big letter, the big numbers on the front.
Yeah.
They had the blue ones. You also had the red. You had if you was on the weight team, you had the red ones.
Yep.
That's why for people didn't wonder in George's last All-Star game, they went to those jerseys. God, they should go back to the joints. Them jerseys was so freaking sick. Then they got a little cute with all the stars and stripes and all that. Yeah, them joints was hard, dude.
Anybody who's wondering,
oh my God,
what jersey John is talking about?
Oh my God, that joint was
that one right there.
That was so sick. San Antonio, 1996, man. God, them joints was be. God, hey Nike. Y'all need to step your game up on these jerseys. Jordan, matter of fact, Jordan's responsible for the jerseys.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Won't see no crap. Oh, man, them jerseys were so sick, man. And then they started players wearing their own jerseys.
I hate that.
And it was too. I didn't like it. Keep that for MLB. That's MLB. That's their thing. Let that stay in baseball. By the way, I just saw the other day. So in Netflix, they got opening day. They got Yankees and Giants to open the day on Netflix. They're trying to reach they're reaching out to trying to get Barry Bonds to be in the studio for opening day as an analyst. What would you think?
Have you ever heard Barry Bonds speak about baseball?
Yes, he's a genius.
Fam, I would give him a blank check and say, please show up. Yeah. He can get. If for anybody who's never heard Barry Bonds speak about baseball,
dude,
man, go listen to the all smoke his interview with Steven Jackson and what's his name?
Matt
Barnes. Fam, you would hearing that it will make you want to go play baseball. I'm not lying to you.
Yeah. I'm so with that, man. That I'm interested now. I think it'll be a ratings bonanza if they have Barry Bonds in the studio.
Mm-hmm. I said, it's a blank check, and you'll get your money back. Because, like you said, the ratings are going crazy.
Yes.
I used to look forward to the All-Star game,
but now it's just too much drama. Well, it's because I think, like I said, AC, they got too cute with the gimmicks. Now the whole draft thing, when they was playing players draft and blah blah blah, it was cool. It was alright. But like I said, I'm used to East and West. I heard Mon Shumpert today. He was like, "It's just thinking about the East and West. Where like if you're gonna go this USA versus the world thing, you don't need 3 or 14. You don't need a round robin team. You just need the top 12 international players, 12 U.S. born players, and let them go for 48 minutes. Whoever wins, wins. You have an all-star MVP, and you go home, get ready for the rest of the final quarter of the NBA season. It's that simple. It ain't no.
But it was the thing is unfortunately, fortunately for them players, there's always been drama. It's just there wasn't no social media around in the 90s. You have access to everything and knowing everything and seeing how everything. Fam, there's always been some kind of issues in that league, man.
Yeah, so I don't get it, but let's get to the segment. All right, so let's just do some real quick before we get up out of here and getting calling out names. Let's do some picks about for All-Star. It ain't gonna be. I know we're getting old, dude. Well, I'm tripping over the fact that we're gonna see Jason Richardson's son in the dunk contest. I'm really trying to understand this. This is the dunk contest. Carter Bryant, Jackson Hayes, Keyshawn Johnson. This dunk contest field is flat out ass. I didn't look if that hasn't been confirmed, AC. But I'm tired of seeing all these tournaments. We said it. We talked about it earlier. Just either get rid of the lottery or give everyone the same amount of ping pong balls and getting rid of all these protections on picks. But seeing Jason Richardson's son in the dunk contest,
or like John said, go NFL style.
Yes, or either just give it to the worst teams because you're not no guarantee you're gonna hit on it. You can have the worst record every year. Look at the Cleveland Browns. Come on, man. There's no guarantee you can hit on every pick, man. Come on.
There's no guarantee you can hit on every bitch, with John.
Yo, good?
What? You didn't say that?
Yo, you all right?
What'd you say?
I said pick.
Oh, okay. My bad.
But yeah, Jace Richardson in the dunk contest is insane, dude. I must be really seeing Jason Richardson's son in the dunk contest.
I don't think I've seen anybody dunk except for Jackson Hayes.
Yeah, and I'm not a big fan of big men being in dunk contests either.
Except for Dwight Howard.
Yeah, he's the outlier. The shooting stars competition. Yeah, I know. So you look at this. They're going back to this competition. You got the All-Star team with Scotty Barnes, Rip Hamilton, and Chet Holmgren. The Knicks team of Jalen Brunson, Allen Houston, and Karl-Anthony Towns. The team for that school, the other school in North Carolina, with Con Knipple, Corey Maggette, and Jalen Johnson. And then you got the Harper team. You got the Harpers. Ron Sr., Ron Jr., and Dylan Harper. By the way, Dylan Harper got the game winner on Ron Jr. That was cold-blooded. And Ron Sr. was sitting courtside for that.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty dope. But the three-point contest is going to be interesting to see because obviously everyone's talking about Damian Lillard. He hasn't played all year because of the Achilles, but he's going to be in the three-point contest trying to win his third three-point trophy. Where you got him, Devin Booker, Con Knipple, Tyrese Maxey, Donovan Mitchell, Jamal Murray, Bobby Portis, Norman Powell. Hate to go with the dude from that other school, but something tells me he's finna come out there and light it up.
I think Con the Nipples is about to go crazy.
Did you say Con the Nipples? Did you conning somebody's nipples? How you con somebody's nipples, dude?
Man, shout out to the Only Johns, man. 85% off right now.
Hey, relax. I see the BS. BS. I hate you, JT.
The code is coming up soon.
That's crap. That's crap.
But yeah, there you go. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and I get that. That's from the Sports4U YouTube people. It's fake news. But nah, I heard this rumor about the NBA draft lottery tournament. Get the crap out of here. Just we don't need to make this. We don't need to make this make algebra basic math into algebra, dude. Come on, man. All right, let's go ahead and get into my calling out names. Man, Shady McCoy, JoJo, relax. First of all, I didn't post that. Stop that,
John. You said, JoJo said the promo code is 69.
This is diabolical. All right, man. I see type of BS people be on. Type of BS y'all on. Okay. But Shady McCoy's on calling out names. So I'm gonna play this clip. Let me pause the music real quick. This was
that Inspector Gadget?
No, it was NFL Films. So this was LaShawn McCoy on his podcast. You know, he on that speakeasy with
If Sam Darnold was the MVP.
Oh my God.
Right.
So this was LaShawn McCoy on that speakeasy show with Manuel Acho talking about why he had a problem with Sam Darnold going to Disneyland with Kenneth Walker after they won the Super Bowl. This has to be the dumbest shit ever.
If Sam Darnold was the MVP, of the game, I guarantee you, K9 would have not went there.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying? And the reason why that is, we want to make this whole NFL all about the quarterback. And the truth is, there's only about 5 or 6 legit quarterbacks.
That's hate.
You're not taking a Weatherspoon is a hell of a defensive DB. They're not taking him there. You know what I'm saying? So I just hate when they do this because now it's like, yo, everything has to be the quarterback. Always got to be the quarterback. But in all reality is, hey, there's a couple of elite special quarterbacks and treat the other quarterbacks like other players. There's nothing wrong with it. I just hate when we make the quarterback everything in the NFL. That's not reality. If Sam Darnold was the
I have a question. Just a quick question, real quick, John.
Go ahead.
When the Rams won the championship, who went to Disneyland?
Matthew Stafford and Cooper Kupp.
Wasn't nobody complaining about that?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying
That's all.
I sure wasn't. Last time I checked, when Brady won his last Super Bowl with the Patriots, Julian Edelman was the MVP, and he went to Disneyland too. There was a reason why they were both in the commercial.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta just stop trying to find stuff to be mad about. And that's exactly what he was doing. All right, calm the F down, dude. That sounds just like your nickname. That was straight shady. Shut the F up, LaShawn McCoy. Go ahead, man. Give your call on names.
This is gonna hurt because I would really love this entertainer. Chris Brown.
Oh boy. Is this over Sunday?
Yep. Right after the Bad Bunny halftime show, which I watched it again, John.
Mm-hmm.
It was more impressive watching it again, even more than the first time. I want to give credit to Bad Bunny. He really did what he really did the shit, even though he didn't do the song. One of the songs I wanted to did, but it's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Brown, right after the performance, says, "It looks like y'all need me."
Yeah, that was tone that was right message, wrong time, dude.
I don't even like the message.
I hear you.
I don't even like the message, man. Chris Brown has been blackballed from the music industry ever since 2008 is what year it was.
When the whole Rihanna thing happened? Yeah, it was 2008.
He's been blackballed. He hasn't been able to succeed in the music industry like he really should have. Up until the last maybe 2 years. I told you, John, I think things are changing with Chris Brown.
Mm-hmm.
He won the Grammy. He was first start off with him being nominated, which he never was. Then he ended up winning one. I felt like things was turning around, and he was starting to, to be open to even possibly do a Super Bowl one day.
Right.
This was just a bad look, man. This was just a bad look, and I was really hoping that it could have been him next year out here in LA. That would have been crazy.
Yes.
I think him doing that is telling people this is the reason why we don't want you to do a lot of things.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like I said, even if he felt it wasn't a good halftime show, you don't have to say that. It's a million other ways he could have went about saying like, for instance, he could have just said, "Hey man, I'm gonna just work harder so I can put my name in the boat next year." You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, we know he already put in the work. We've seen the performances. We know he's a great performer. It's only right that he gets it at some point. I just didn't like that. I just didn't like that message, and I didn't like that time he did it.
It was not. It was totally bad timing by Chris Brown, and clearly, look, he would be a dope halftime performer, but that wasn't right for you to try to take away from Bad Bunny's moment. Yeah, that's exactly what you was trying to do, and I hated it. I hated it. But that's a whole nother conversation.
One more.
Go ahead,
John. You know the situation, but without getting into too much details right now, because I think it's about to be an open case. Parents and coaches at junior high level, high school level, man, we have to do a better job of protecting, better job with the kids for protecting themselves from other things that can happen, man.
That's right.
A couple of days ago, it was an incident that happened that involved my brother, and it seemed like everybody around failed that particular person. So, once everything gets settled, I'll probably be able to speak about it more. But yeah, man, we just have to do a better job of raising these kids. And I know it's competitive. I know it's it's emotions, but it's certain things that just shouldn't happen in the game of basketball.
Please respect your adults, respect your elders, please, and please do not let your kids be out here get in the faces of grown men. Because I'm like this: if the adults reacts different, y'all gonna think they wrong, and I'll just leave it at that. All right, we gonna get up out of here. So look, y'all out here in LA.
Wait. Sam said not just the Rihanna situation, but him being a color.
Oh wow. I'm just say this. I don't know. I hope it's not true. I mean, well, Breezy, that's on you, bro.
I don't think that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. But we are. Oh. As we go get up out of here, I need you guys to just be safe out here. You in the city, please.
Act now by scanning the QR code.
Stop it! Y'all really y'all funny.
Go ahead, John. Keep talking.
Look, y'all gonna be out here this weekend. Sam just put the comment. Sam said, "Look, it's gonna be a lot of gold diggers out here. It's gonna be
a lot of gold. What?
It's gonna be a lot of IG models out here. A lot of it's gonna be a lot of IG models. A lot of stick up kids around. Protect yourself at all times, please.
Facts. One more message before we get out of here. Today is Friday the 13th. It's the day before Valentine's Day. And the Only Johns is having one hell of a sale. Use promo code 69 to get 96% off. Act now using your promo code Reverse Cowgirl for a free gift with your subscription.
What the hell is this?
What the hell free gift are you giving people, John?
I don't even know what the hell is this. What the hell are y'all? Who wrote this? And get that sticking QR code off the screen. Who wrote this? Who writes this crap? Jesus, but please be careful out here. Enjoy it. Look, you're gonna go out there. You're gonna go check out some of the exhibits. You got the crossover going on at the convention center. You got the Jordan Brand store over in Inglewood by Inglewood High School. Obviously, stuff going on at Cosm. Obviously, Melo's doing a podcast. You go find on his social media where you want to go see it. You register, first come, first serve. All this, there's going to be a lot of events going on in the city. Parties are going on tonight all over the city. Please be careful. Please be careful. Please be careful. We're going to be back on Tuesday. We'll start looking ahead to the rest of the NBA season. Recap All-Star Weekend. But focus on where we're going from here. And hopefully we have more resolutions to tanking and who's going to be possibly the NBA champion. If you're out there celebrating Valentine's Day, be safe. Love and loved ones. Subscribe to Sports4U on YouTube. Like us on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, Sports4U Podcast. Of course, you can follow yours truly at John Watson 0984 on X, Instagram, and TikTok. Follow Mark on Instagram at Hi Mark 1 on X. Follow Nick on X, Instagram, and TikTok at 99 Gorilla. Of course, you subscribe to the Culture Clash Network. You can subscribe to Sports4U, Townhouse, everybody. No Rules coming back real soon. Marshall Mike's, Humble Roses. Shout out to Tahana Talk, debuted last week.
Woo! Happy Valentine's Day, y'all.
Yeah. Go and love somebody. And I mean, our boy JT said, if you ain't got a gift, just huh?
You said go fuck somebody?
Well, as our boy JT would say, go if you ain't got the roses yet, go eat something. That's what his just following. I'm just passing on the PSA from my brother JT.
If you didn't get the toy rose, go eat something. That's crazy.
All right, and that's good for you, Sam. Congratulations to you and the missus. But yeah, be safe out there, whatever you're doing this weekend. And we'll be back on Tuesday. This has been Sports4U. I'm John. That's Mark. And we'll see y'all when we see y'all. Happy All-Star.